Hi, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Joe.
I have a runaway hair. Welcome to the Slovak farm.
The crazy farm.
Camera's a little high. Today is
I'm fixing between things.
Monday, February 1st. Very snowy Monday, February 1st here on the Slovak farm.
What I'm saying, the snow right there.
Winter storm. I forget what Weather Channel named the winter storm.
Winter storm, screw you. How about that?
Orlena?
Something like that.
Orlena, something like that. That's what her name is now. Because that's what I said. Has barreled through our area. It has dumped some snow on us. And it's a bit snowy out.
We almost have a fence.
We almost have a fence. We are 2 gates away from having a full fence. So, it's been a busy week here at the farm.
So by the time we film this next week, I'll be able to literally go to my back door and go, "Release the hound!"
And you better believe I'm doing that. Every single time.
Okay, this here is Flosstube, where we talk about Curl Stitch. Like, comment, share, subscribe, bell notification, yada, yada, yada.
And, yep. We hope you guys had a wonderful week last week. We hope you guys... Did you guys do anything spectacular?
Oh, we had a special video last week.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, oh, I have to remember to say thank you to everybody.
You're welcome.
Thank you to everybody who joined us for the Stitch with Us. The crew that stitched with us. Those of you who watched thought it was really enjoyable and really fun. So, and yes, we are planning to do more. The plan right now is monthly. And we'll talk about various things. I've had a couple people ask me about joining. Due to issues that another Zoom group caused with a different group. Right now, the group is being kept small on that premise, and also the fact that I just like a smaller group. I don't people well.
Well, you get to a certain... I don't know what it is. And I'm sorry, this is a little sexist. But there's a certain number of women you can put into a group before drama happens. No matter how much they like each other. You get enough women together, there's going to be something happening. Guys just punch each other and get back to it.
Whatevs.
Tell me I'm lying.
Weird. Exactly. So for right now, the group is closed, private group. We'll post once a month. We'll post stitching with and
yada yada.
Go from there. Yada yada.
Wada.
Why don't we shout out our commenters from last week's video?
Glenna.
First to watch it, Glenna.
Cheryl. Angie. Bridget. More of that, Bridget.
There's 2 different
Mad
Bridgets.
Morty.
Yep. She's one of my vampires.
So you're taking the multiple comment things a little bit far, but she probably likes it.
You're telling YouTube I create engaging content.
Okay. Question of the day. Who else has seen about 20 different polls on YouTube lately? And there actually seems to be somebody who made a copy and paste poll just to prove how broken the algorithm is or some shit like that. I don't know. I've seen a dozen of them.
A couple years ago, it's probably been 2 or 3 now, I watched a video, one of the crafting videos that I make, things that YouTubers say versus things that they're actually thinking. And one of them was something about liking and commenting and asking a random question. And what the YouTuber's actually thinking is, I don't care what your favorite color is. I just want YouTube to think I make engaging content. Y'all know my sense of humor.
I want to see how many people do this. Without anything else, I want people just to type squirrel.
Thanks,
If you
bro.
notice, you get the joke.
There you go. All right, let's move on to whip.
I want her phone to explode.
I don't want my phone to explode. We're still paying for it. Whips.
Okay.
Y'all can see what happens behind the scenes right here.
Okay. Who's surprised? 8 circles, dragons, and Sumatra.
Let me put on my surprise face.
Wham! Let me put on my arrested face.
Yo, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, y'all.
I think we're gonna go hide in like the basement. Okay. I got that done and that done.
Beautiful.
Was I even showing you?
Yeah, you did. You did.
This is printed on 16 count picture this plus thunderstorm. The lightning, the thunder rolls,
Okay.
and the lightning strikes. Now you can't interrupt that song.
Now.
How long have we been together?
Maybe that's why I don't hear crap no more. Okay. I forgot what last week was in Daily 30, so hold that thought. Just hold your thoughts, folks.
This way I cannot be judged for the faces I'm making towards her.
Hedgehog Week. We celebrated the hedgehog. Tomorrow's Groundhog's Day. Okay. So, as I said, don't ask what's up with me tonight. Had you stitch on something that had over 5,000 stitches in it? I wasn't exactly sure. I just claimed 400 stitches for alternative stitches. So, yeah. I can't get the bag open. I did my full coverage. Aragorn and Arwen.
Aragorn and Arwen.
AKA my husband. That was the running joke last week.
I have a question.
What?
Can I go buy a sword then?
Sure she can. Okay. This is on 18 count white. Yes, I'm doing full coverage on 18 count. Judge me. I did 400 stitches. And it was confetti. It was confetti. It was a nightmare. And I wanted to rip my eyeballs out by the time I was done with it. I had on like the uber magnification on my alien goggles because I was having some struggles seeing where there were still spaces open. That was 400 stitches, so I had to do something that had night represented on it, or that represented night, something with night. And we have a block that's the night sky on Shores of Hawkrun Hollow, and to stitch that block. This is on 32 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm, Cleveland Crud. I'm not on the night sky block, but I stitched it. So I did 405 stitches. I have the house almost all filled in. I have one more color to go. I think I just have one color left. I think I got all of the 2 colors done. Mercy. Goodness gracious. Okay. So I have to put stuff away. You got to deal with the shuffling. What was this for? Something serious or something silly. No, that's not. I grabbed the wrong bag. Something serious or something silly. No, I had the right bag in my hand. Oh my lord. Mercy. This is Life with Laura. I pulled out Knee High by Hands On Design because the saying "Knee High by the 4th of July" is a cute little saying, but when you're a farmer, having your corn grow the proper amount for at the proper times is critical. So it's a pretty serious thing.
Especially in Ohio, because if it's not knee high by the 4th of July, it might be frozen before you have your kernels.
Yeah. All right. So this is stitched on 28 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm in Heirloom. I did 422 stitches. So I have one corn stalk complete and what, like half of the second one?
Cool.
Much more stitching to go. I would like to do the quilt that's on here. I'd like to do the quilt that's down here. So I'm going to take a nod from Pretty Southern, who did her quilt block up here, the Ohio Star block, in honor of her best friend, Stephanie. I'm going to do the Ohio Star block because Ohio. But I would like to do this quilt block, or this quilt. I'd like to do it in specialty stitches, but I can't come up with anything that seems logical to do for the Field of Stars. I'm going to do, if I do it, I'm going to do the stripes and satin stitch. I'd like something different for the Field of Stars. If you have any suggestions, drop them below because I will take them. I'm looking for inspiration. And then something with Hedgehog's favorite food on it. I did alternative stitches because I didn't have any of those things. But, you know, I still somehow have it food related because be our guest. I worked on Belle because I felt like working on Belle.
She does not need an excuse to indulge in her Belle obsession.
No, I do not.
Eventually, we're going to have one room. This is the Belle room. This is all of her Belle stitches.
All of my Belle stitch will be put in the craft room. How about that?
I think you need a bigger room.
I'm going to need a bigger craft room. This is done on 28 count, hand dyed by the Slovak Farm in black ice. It's upside down. I did the back stitching on her face because her face was looking quite creepy while I was sitting there stitching it. It looks better now.
She no longer looks like a messed up mannequin. Now she looks like one of those.
I contemplated working on the beads on her head and her necklace, but my beading stuff was downstairs and Joe was scraping the ceilings to prep for painting, and
I'm going to be doing that for a while.
Didn't feel like coming down here and getting my stuff and interrupting him, so I just worked on the big old dress because this is a big old dress.
It's poofy!
It's very poofy. Can you tell where the page breaks out? There's a lot more dress under that. I was counting up total stitches on projects because I'm in Enchanted Stitches. I've been in Enchanted Stitches. I haven't done anything in Enchanted Stitches. I'll tell you my plan and when we get to plans. But there's a lot of stitches on that big old dress. And then to round out Hedgehog Week, we could stitch on something with a hedgehog on it and get bonus tokens. I did not have anything particularly with a hedgehog on it, but I found this really cute little pattern on Pinterest. It was a free pattern. I backtracked to the original website, made sure it was free. And it's a little hedgehog. And it says sending hedgehogs. I'm not entirely sure I like the lettering because it's a bit small. but bigger letters didn't look right with the little hedgehog. So I will probably make the determination of whether or not I want to keep it when I FFO it. It'll be a little pin pillow. I thought that would be a really cute little pin pillow. Hedgehogs. So cute. And this is on a piece of, this is actually a piece of Bewitched by Fabric by Stephanie's. Fabric by Stephanie. It's what's left of the piece that I stitched Brooke's book spell dress on, and the fact that I can remember that is amazing. Okay.
She's going crazy! Urgh!
Almost done. I did 2 more of the January monthlies for Daily 30. 2 this weekend. Once I got through that confetti on that Lord of the Rings piece, I was off and running with the stitches this weekend. I really was. It was cold. It was yucky. I didn't want to do a whole lot.
We didn't go over to her parents' house because basically it was about like 2 hours for us supposed to leave. I looked outside. I'm like, uh-oh. She's like, uh-oh. I was like, I don't want to go to your parents. And then, like, around the time we would have been driving back, in front of our house was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was. We live on a side street now. So you don't always know what the main roads look like, but
It does get some attention.
it does get some attention. Like, it got attention yesterday. It got plowed early this morning. It'll probably get
Benefits of a
plowed.
village versus a city.
Yeah, and it'll probably get plowed today at some point. They're probably just working on the more main roads. But anyways, it's not that big of a deal.
But that's why you had so much stitching time, because you didn't go over your mom and dad's.
I did a ton of stitching this weekend. So, so we had to stitch on something that was facing backwards or left. And then we could stitch on anything for the prompt of, do we declare New Year's resolution? So, I just did a couple. We only needed to do 5 to get the advantage for February. I threw a couple extras on there simply because A, I had the time, and B, if something wasn't accepted, I had extras so that I could get the advantage. If that makes sense. That's just what I'm going to do. Once I finish the zombie run for the month, I'm going to work on monthlies when I have the weeklies done. And there we go. That's how I'm doing it. So, I pulled out Scenic Farm because there's a left-facing sheep on there somewhere. And because I am stitching on the 95 square wide cloud, I clipped through the stitches real fast. I mean, really, when you have almost 100 stitches in one row, you move through 600 stitches pretty quick. So it was 300 stitches per prompt. So I did 300 stitches for backwards and 300 stitches for resolution. And this is on the white Ada from the kit. And I have more cloud done. I have more cloud to finish, and it's all the one same color that I have left to finish up here. There is some left on this bottom that I need to do. Can you still see that? Get a better up close look of it.
Looks okay to me.
Yes. I do intend to backstitch this half of it, or most of this half of it, before I move on to the other half. Just to make my life a little easier. I don't have anything necessarily against backstitch, as long as it's not color on color backstitch. That just seems a little ridiculous because you can't always see it. So, I missed something. Oh, I did miss something. I missed something for Hedgehog Week. It's sitting right in front of me. Because I'm stitching on it for the current week of Tupperware. I'm actually probably almost done with the Tupperware stitches on it. Stitch on something. Stitch on something with something you would like for a pet or something that you have for a pet. So I pulled out Lady with Dog, aka Laura and Bandy.
Laura with Bandy.
Laura and Bandy. That's its new.
Keep one of the words.
Nope.
Now I must doodle on her head.
Please don't. And I did 400 stitches on her for my pet. The prompt for Tupperware week, I'll talk about in a minute, but it's like 200 stitches. I think I'm almost there. So the 400 stitches was to finish up the hat and this side of her, yes, this side of her crazy collar, and then like a line here. I think I'm probably close to 200 stitches here. If I am not, I mean, I know that it'll probably finish out. I should probably count and see, but so I'm working on her. I'm getting some solid progress on her. She doesn't look as goofy now that she's got a bit of that crazy collar going on.
I'm sorry, Jigsaw running into my head when I first saw that.
What?
You know what that is.
A peacock.
Yay! I know my words. She knows my weirdness.
I know his weirdness. Would you like to know how much stitches I've done this week?
You gotta tell us anyway.
I did 3,447 stitches this week.
Thank God there's no fractions. I should be saying 3/4 just to make my head hurt.
I should have. I think that's a personal best. What?
Oh, I should have.
I should have. I did my monthly total. I did 12,844 stitches for the month. I've been stitching a lot since the first of the year. I maybe need to get a life or clean my house or something. Done a lot of stitches for the year so far this month for the month. Okay, that's been my stitching for the week. Our stitching for the week.
You remembered I was here.
It's time for haul.
I love you too.
Haul, y'all.
Her haul.
My haul. I'm still missing an envelope of silks for you, silks. I hope it makes it to me.
Well, considering the fact the box from December finally showed up.
Well, okay, so it was an envelope that was supposed to be in last Monday's mail. It had the forward address sticker on it. It never showed up. What I got in the mail over the weekend was a different envelope because of where the sticker was at.
Okay.
I know that. But I got my silks for you, silks. Aren't they pretty? Pretty pretties. Very pretties. This green might make a nice grass on shores. I'll have to look into that. I need to do some thread organizing because I was pulling colors for something yesterday and hooey. I got to do some thread organizing. You have noticed we have not played the Victorian Motto thread game in a while since we've moved. I have paid for December and January start of the month. I have not received them. I will not be paying for February start of the month. I probably will not continue my subscription because I am getting billed and not getting the product. I know that there have been some supply chain issues. Don't drop my junk. I know that there have been some supply chain issues because of COVID, because of all the shipping problems. as a seller, I have been honest with my customers and said there's been supply chain issues and refused to bill my customers until I have that product, with the exception of one oopsie that made it through a couple weeks ago before I could get the fabric ordered, and I realized, hey, I can't get the fabric right now. She said it was fine. But I did let her know, hey, I can't get the fabric right now. If you want me to refund you or whatever. She's like, no, it's fine. Just wait. We'll just wait. I don't appreciate getting billed for something I'm not getting. I just
And
don't.
how much communication have you gotten?
And I've gotten, there was one post in December on her blog about,
On her blog.
about things being finally coming in from being back ordered. I haven't actually looked. And that I looked mid January. I haven't looked since. I'm not going to pay for something I'm not getting, especially after 2 months. Especially considering there's been no, well, we shipped it, it just got lost in the mail, or like with the dog's Christmas present, which got shipped on December 6th and finally made it to my house today.
February 1st.
I'm not going to pay for something I'm not getting.
Communication, people.
Communication is key. So,
why is an email so hard?
I don't know.
Considering the fact they actually have mass-produced template email thingies out there for free.
I know that 3 All Threads does the nest egg program, but she is currently, last time I looked, she was full for the foreseeable future. I'm going to come up with some version of doing the nest egg thing for myself, where I can just take the money that I would be spending on the Victorian mottos and buy, just go through the list of Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts, not Weeks, because I really don't like stitching with Weeks. They have some nice colors, but stitching with their thread is rough. So, when I figured out, I'll let you know.
God bless you.
Thank you. My goodness. Sorry.
Next.
The other thing I got was, I found Janlin's Christmas cross stitch Victorian Village ornament set kit on eBay. Laurel is stitching this. Laurel's one of my friends. She has a Flosstube, but she hasn't put up a video in a while. She's stitching this, and she enabled me because I think it's really pretty, and I like things. I like Victorian things. So that's haul.
Okay. Button.
I found haul we forgot. You've got haul somewhere too.
This one's old, right?
Yeah, the I Love Me, Love My Cat is old. We ordered from Gina's Unique Boutique. Needlewinders, show what you've got. Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu. Okay, Slovak lady.
Another pair of scissors. Because I need more scissors, like I need a hole in the head. I have a scissor problem.
These can oblige.
I also have a needle minder problem, but you know. So,
Laura, let's face it. You just have a problem.
this one says raised. So the jar says raised on Sweet Tea and Jesus. And this is from the BBC Pride and Prejudice. I can't get it to focus. And it says, visit Pemberley, they said. He won't be home, they said. If you know Pride and Prejudice, you get that. A mason jar with sunflowers. And a vintage sewing machine. A Christmas red truck. And a pink face mask.
Why?
Because
For quick
2020 was a thing, and I mean, you just gotta go with it. You just gotta go with it.
Was an accident.
Plans and announcements.
Here, I'll go first.
That's his plans. I need to find a piece of paper. A piece of paper. Wow, I look kind of crazy right now. Oh, wait. That's every day. Okay. All right, so daily 30. Week this week is
Closed
Tupper
group.
Week.
Spiel thing.
Yes. It's a closed group.
Daily 30 is a closed group. They're not accepting people right now. If there's an opening, let Laura know you're interested. When you're, she'll let you know.
They just had new member acceptance, so they probably won't have an opening for a while.
Well,
So, all right. So Tupperware week, we're celebrating that which is Tupperware. I love me some Tupperware.
2 drawer, one big drawer and one cabinet.
All of my plastic food storage is Tupperware. I actually use some Tupperware bowls and canisters and stuff for my craft storage as well. I love me some Tupperware. I'm just saying, so this week is great. We had tea week 2 weeks ago. Got Tupperware this week. I am loving it. The monthly is Wizard of Oz theme. I haven't read the monthly prompts because, like I said, my focus is Zombie Run and the weeklies. So,
you have to check to see if there's one about flying monkeys, and you have to do the flying monkeys.
I'm sure there probably is, yes. Because I used to have a sticker on my car when I was in high school or college because I didn't drive in high school that said, "Don't make me get my flying monkeys." Okay, so Tupperware. Did you know Tupperware was named after the man that invented it? His last name was Tupper.
That's about right.
So, we have been asked to stitch on a whip.
What the?
Whip that will have a car went really fast down our road. First of all, our road is not in the best condition.
And literally the guy was pivoting like this going down the road. I checked to see if he was still alive.
Yeah.
Genius.
So, we have to stitch on a whip that will have our name on it when it is complete. And I was like, oh, I don't have anything else to do alternative stitches. I'm a liar. Cardinal points will have my name on it because it says something about being made by, and you put your name on it. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Stitch on a piece that is exclusively available from the designer and can only be obtained directly from the designer. So you're looking at something that you can get off Etsy because most designers that have
Do you have anything that level of stupid?
Page? Yes, I do. Like Christmas, that Pine Needles Christmas block sal was only available via Pine Needles webpage, and you can purchase it now. You can purchase the Christmas block sal. So I'm gonna stitch on that.
Okay.
Put stitches into a whip that has something with a lid in the design. Hats are lids. Hats are called lids. Once upon a time, the mall up the road, I'm covered in candle dye. Don't ask.
Another part of our business.
Had a store called Lids that sold only hats. And Google told me Lids is still in business, actually. So I'm going to stitch on Lady with Dog because she's got a hat on her head. That was the best I could come up with.
Next.
Give me points for credit. I'm trying. Put a stitch into a whip that was released prior to 1999. We gonna party like it's 1999. Except I don't have any whips that are that old. I don't have any projects that are that old. The only thing I have that's that old is this. because this was copyright 93. I hadn't really planned on starting it. I guess if the mood strikes me, I'll start it. If not, I'm gonna do. My plan was to do alternative stitches for it.
Okay, next.
So that will be Tupperware week.
Is that all of it?
That's all of Tupperware week.
Mm.
As I said, I haven't looked at the monthlies. It's Wizard of Oz. That's what I know. Right.
I think mine tonight is going to be laying in my chair and pass out.
The zombie run for February, we get to do moving on our zombie run. What are some of our prompts for the monthly? Stitch on a whip with something you see on a farm. Okay.
A farm you see on a farm.
Put stitches into a piece with something that you saw fly by the window during the tornado.
Cardinal points. Most of everything in it. Like the cardinals, the flowers, they'll do some fence pieces, all that.
All right.
And technically, during a tornado, that's everything.
So we've now landed in Munchkin Land. We're to stitch on our smallest whip. I don't know what my smallest whip would be.
Farmhouse. The little house one you have. Or knee high.
Yeah, I would have to look.
Hold on.
The Munchkins have started you off on your journey. Stitch with yellow floss, or put stitches into a piece with a road or a path in the design. Oh, hey, we've come across Scarecrow. Stitch on a whip with either a scarecrow or a blackbird or crow in the design.
That one's easy.
They're ravens.
Raven Queen.
They're ravens, not crows.
They're still blackbirds.
Okay.
That's another name for a raven.
Hey, Tin Man. We're on to Tin Man now. Stitch with silver metallic floss or put stitches into a whip with a full tree in the design. A full tree? Like, does it gotta have leaves? Because I got some full trees on Scenic Farm, but they don't have leaves.
That's still a tree.
They do have leaves. Some leaves on them. Not full leaves.
That's still a tree.
Guess what? It's a full tree in my book. Alright, Cowardly Lion. Put stitches into a piece with a lion or a cat in the design. I don't have anything with a cat in the design right now. We're going to take a nap in the field of poppies. So stitch on a whip that has a red flower in the design. We've reached the Emerald City, so we're going to stitch with green floss or on a whip that has something you can relate to a city in the design.
That one's very easy. Lady.
Mm-hmm. I mean, green floss and she relates to the city.
Yeah, only like on their like everything.
And there's no place like home, so stitch on a whip. That reminds you of home.
Scenic Farm, knee high, cardinal points. You're already done the town.
Yes. So, okay. So the other thing I have going is, I'm in Enchanted Stitches. I've never done any of the challenges. I'm a bad friend, Cat. Sorry. But I found
3,400 stitches and you forgot to do something for them. Yep.
Yeah. So, even though I can do, like, I can use a project in Daily 30 and use a project in another challenge group, I find that doing that sometimes, trying to cross them over, stresses me out, because then if I don't have something that crosses and I have 2 prompts in a group I have a prompt in this group and a prompt in this group that don't have something, I feel pressured to do all of the stitches, all the things. But Enchanted Stitches has this wonderful year-long challenge called Stitch Around the Parks. There's 4 different versions of it. You can choose the 4 different parks. And you have a list of trivia regarding the parks and stitch counts that relate to it. So I'm going to stitch around the parks. Some of the stitch counts are quite high. You need like 8,500 stitches for like it's the seas, something to do with Finding Nemo. I wrote them down shorthand in my little book. But the good thing is you don't have to connect the project to the prompt. You just have to make sure you have enough stitches on the project to fulfill the prompt. So like Lady of the Flag, I know I have more than 8,500 stitches left in her, so I'm going to do that for her. There's another one for the soaring attraction that you need 5,500.
Did you pick the highest ones there?
I did. I started filling in with what are the most needed stitches because basically I've been working on my bigger projects, Lady of the Flag, Belle, Lady with Dog. I'm gonna start biggest to smallest. So that way I don't earmark a project because you have to be able to complete the stitch count with one project. So I have to be able to get 8,500 stitches in one project. I know I have that left on Lady of the Flag, so I'm going to do that. I know I have more than 5,000 stitches left on Belle, so I'm going to do that with her. That's how I'm going to work it. That's how I'm going to participate in Enchanted Stitches to make it a little less stressful for me because that's how my brain works. And if you break the glass on this table because you're throwing a screw around, so help me. So that's plans for the week. Announcements. We're still a go for April for the retreat, as far as I know. I have not heard from the event center that we are not a go. I have not heard from the event center about any additional restrictions other than the fact that you need to wear a face mask. If you are coming, obviously if you are actively eating, you do not need to wear a face mask, but don't pull some BS game where you've got a bag of chips in front of you the whole time. Oh, I'm eating, so you don't have to wear a face mask. No, you have to actively be eating. Like, be realistic here. Okay? That's it for the week. Cheryl, I hope I was a little bit more projected and clear and less mumbly for you. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I mumble sometimes.
I know.
I try.
My patience.
Shut up.
Never.
I found Hall we forgot.
Oh, where?
Okay. Sorry.
As I said, please comment. Squirrel! Thank you for putting that into the video.
Sorry, the end of this video is going to be a wee bit choppy. What would we want the people to do?
Like, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy bobby. What did you call it? The Facebook hey like me stuff. Facebook algorithm like me stuff.
Tell the YouTube algorithm that I make engaging content.
There we go.
I think that light has triggered my transitions.
As I said, please comment squirrel below.
Tell YouTube I make engaging content, not just weird content.
That is engaging content.
Share our weirdness with your friends. Oh my god. Okay, it's time to go. We'll see you next week. Bye!